I have two kids, sir. One is studying in 8th grade and one is studying 6th grade. So my daughter will be finishing her work on time, whereas my son doesn't do. I'm not comparing anything comparison I'm not doing here, but if we motivate him, he might be doing it. So for that, what stance we can take is my question.
Give it to me.
Because every day I'm pissed off him, like do your homework, complete your work, and all. So how to overcome about this?
Yeah. I said give the student to you.
The student is not here, sir. He's at home.
No, I am not saying now.
Okay.
I am patiently hearing. I thought I will not involve, but I am called here. I thought to talk to you, right? First, when I came for teachers, I thought I can make some difference. Pathetic, not many responses from the teachers. I had to tell that in front of teachers are sitting in behind, right? When I came to students, I saw some response, but too pathetic again. I don't expect a 9th grade child writing a paragraph of 2 pages. Generally, in textbook, you will see paragraphs separate. One page will have 5 paragraphs. That means they don't know how to write, basically. No creative questions. I don't see creative questions when they come in the class, interact with me. At least one student would have asked, one teacher would have asked, after the session, on a WhatsApp, I did not get this. You half. There are so many things when I speak, I leave it half. Knowingly, to check whether somebody follows it up. Somebody asks a question. That means the basic curiosity is lacking. I don't know if you read in between the lines, the curriculum structure has changed. It is not questions and answers, creative learning. So I'm sure, including me, including all these elderly people, including your teachers, were not under that. Correct? Yes or no? So the new students are entirely different. Entirely different in the sense, I have spoken to more than millions of students and teachers. I'm not talking from a class experience or a school experience. Thousands of them across the world, not here. You can look at DrTPS America, England, Dubai, all these places I have gone, all the Gulf regions. Basic education is for making them to, Gokulanji already mentioned, comprehension. Listen something, write it. I don't know how many teachers are with pen and paper recording what is being happening here. Look at it. They're all with the pen and paper, right? Understood? That is comprehension. But that comprehension should lead to as a report and send it to the concerned. If I take a class, what I expect is write a small note saying that this is what we have learned from you. And second one, which South Indians lack but North Indians have got great. One is appreciation. Thank you for coming. Understood? I have been living in Delhi also. I deal with a lot of people from different states, different culture. South Indians basically lack this. The humanities subject is for giving human touch. The human touch is communication. Communication is not matter of fact. You understood the difference, matter of fact? What happened here, you list it down and send it to somebody else. Under that, if you write one line, how was the lunch? We had so many items. That is not an answer at all. What should be done? What are all the items there? And this is what I like, this is not I like. And last sentence, overall, the feast was good. That is how you appreciate. There can be an adjective. Maybe what I do is I conduct a lot of camps for children. Soon after lunch, I ask them to write adjectives. So there are 20 people, I'll ask them, nobody can repeat an adjective. If you say it is, what could be the words?
Beautiful.
Lunch is beautiful, right? Then next one.
Wonderful, amazing.
I want all of them to use different words. Understood? No assignment is required. The class itself is finished. No examination should be conducted. I was teaching even in engineering colleges and different subjects, including communication skill and language. There was a time when Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University introduced communication skill to engineering colleges. In Women's College here, collected all the English teachers of all the JNTU. I gave the class for how to teach communication skill to the engineering college students. What is lacking today is communication. They may be very good in maths. I am a scientist who joined with another 20 scientists at the first batch in my office. I got promoted very fast because I had good communication. Very simple. If others are good, they may solve problem, but they cannot present it to the chairman. So after the visit, chairman knows only one person who presented. The other people names they may not even remember, right? So definitely when the next work comes, you will say call him. Most important is communication. It's lacking, utterly lacking. The way in which you speak, the way in which you present, it's all very, very essential. And it can be changed. It's not a skill, it's an attitude. Dance is not a skill, it's an attitude. Understood? Music is good, but art appreciation up to the music level, the talam, the sound, I can appreciate a Hindi song without knowing the meaning. But that is handicapped appreciation. Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm a poet. I'm a poet. I write poems. If somebody reads my poem, don't understand the meaning, even if it is made into a beautiful music, the writer will be crying. Are you getting? Therefore, some of the rubbish songs become so famous. I criticize them. It's a very famous song. I criticize because the message being sent is very bad. Got it? So art appreciation, there are different levels. So the purpose of art is not to learn Bharatanatyam. Unless I learn, I also learned dance. It doesn't mean I became a dance. 8th class I learned. I learned Kathakali. I learned most of the dance forms. I also made my children to learn. It not to make them dancers. Tomorrow I'll be able to appreciate art. How do I appreciate art? At the Shabdatalam. Only the sound, right? When you have an instrument in music, I may not understand which song is that, but still I love it. Then it becomes bhavatalam. A dance is a bhavatalam in which I know the different facial expressions. So you are reaching to the next level. Shabdatalam, bhavatalam, arthatalam. Then I must go to the lyrics and find out, what is it? And all these are not in that form. The last I understand, I should think, if I am a creative thinker, I should think why the dancer is dancing. Is it because it's a passion for them? Is it because to feed her child? Got it? It's called a catharsis in English. Rechana talam. That's in Sanskrit. So unless you understand it theoretically, you may just do the dancing as a robot. When it is being taught in a dance class, probably it is robotic dance. But when it is taught in an academic institution, the appreciation of that and why are you teaching also should be told. Why all these questions are coming, I am very clearly understanding, underline all these questions. If I weigh it, it is because the objective and scope is not defined well. Why am I teaching? If I understand that perfectly, wonderful. I got the best award for when the combined Telangana, Andhra Pradesh was there. I got a governor award for national service scheme. The idea is not, I also worked in NSS in the school days. NSS also use lot of social activity cleaning the road. Got it? So I got some 90 volunteers. To pick up 90 volunteers in that was an engineering college. I was an executive director. To call 90 students to the campus, I have to send 6 buses. You expenditure, if you add, It will become more than 6,000 rupees. I have to give them tiffin. It costs another 10,000 rupees. All that together will be more than 25,000 rupees. I think the road, if I call workers, it will be done much better with a lesser cost. The NSS people will think we are made to work. No, it is to give them the taste of working. Are you getting what I'm saying? I am teaching 90 children the taste of working by spending a lot of money. When some of the roads were not good, I stay in Malkajgiri, Safalguda, that cantonment road was not good. I repaired along with my children. Understood? And that is to give them a taste. Not because we cannot employ some 6 people and then ask them to put mud. A social responsibility has to be taught. That's the purpose of NSS. Without NSS also you can do it, yeah. You want certificate? Yeah, many people can give certificate. He was telling A certificate. I am a C certificate holder in NCC. I was a sergeant master who attended along with Indira Gandhi. I was there at Republic Day Parade. Those days. What made difference in that? Nothing. It doesn't make any difference. Unless you imbibe that quality in you, discipline in you. I'll tell you, if I am here, I will not make this sitting arrangement like this. It's an ambience to be created. It's an ambience. It takes only less effort. I make things very, very strict. Unfortunately, I was in police. I was also in military. Understood? I don't like the chair to be vacant in the front. No. It has to be in proper order. So it's an ambience creation. All that should become part of the culture. So education is not giving maths, physics, chemistry alone. To learn that if somebody has objection in using Google, I am totally against it. Everybody should use Google. Everybody should use all resources available. I keep telling children, don't look at library, look at www.wordhippo.com. No dictionary, printed dictionary is better than wordhippo.com. You get antonyms, synonyms, usage, everything in single page. You can learn it. I've got wonderful children who learned everything from internet. What is wrong in using internet? I keep using all the moment I keep using. But only thing, if you don't know how to use it, knife is not bad. If you don't know how to use it, it can create trouble, right? And you don't know where they are using. Getting addicted is different from usage. So we should know how to, what time they can use. Communication goes much faster in internet. Communication goes much faster in, correct? Everything is fast. I use multiple gadgets. That doesn't mean I am a bad person, right? Does it mean? See, today's children are not like old generation. They are multimedia children. I keep saying this to children. I love them so much. If they are not doing great, you have been controlling them. Number one, don't control your children. Leave them free. Yeah, she is very happy. But keep the thread when you allow the flight to fly. When it is in danger, pull it. Understood? When the weather is not good, keep it, don't fly. If you don't know that, you will be putting them in control. Soon after they get liberty, they will throw you out. Understood? Every day, one or other children from across the world contacts me for understanding, learning their subjects. Every day. Yesterday I had a physics chapter 1. I am not able to understand. I need help. That's from Abu Dhabi. The child attended my class when they were in 6th class or 7th class. Now in 11th or 9th, I don't even remember. I will only say, yeah, tell me the time, I will be there. Every moment there are some calls. First question what I asked. You can see the record either today or tomorrow it will come on my YouTube. First question I asked. How many times you learned this from your teachers? Every teacher repeats the same thing at least 2-3 times in the class. 1. Number 2, are you going for tuition? Yes. And third option is DrTPS, right? You did not understand that, you did not understand. Why? Why? You have a glass where oil is there, you want somebody to clean it with water. It doesn't get cleaned, right? You need to use soap. Common sense. Using soap is a trick. Cleaning is a hard work. That's all the difference. If you don't know what to use where, repeatedly listening to that become boring. I always bless people. I have got that credit of blessing because my gurus were great, not that I am great. They have been blessed me well. But I give shapa to all the children who go for tuitions. The basic reason is I feed my child at home. Immediately they go to a restaurant and then have breakfast. What does it mean? What breakfast I give is not good, not sufficient, not tasty. They find breakfast in the restaurant is much better than my breakfast. Forcefully they have to eat breakfast because I am giving it. So half tummy filled. With half tummy filled, even if the most best food is given, they cannot find taste in that. Are you getting what I am saying? They know they are going to eat there, so they will half eat here. So in the class, average out of 1 million children, if I ask how many of you have concentration, 99.9% students have no concentration. So the problem is not teachers, problem is not syllabus, problem is lack of concentration. Lack of concentration is because they know the examination is coming with a warning, with a appointment. It should come accident. How IIT training becomes successful in Hyderabad? Ask same guru he quotes, no? Ramaya. Every day there is an examination. Do you know how they conduct? You have Hyderabad, a big disease called China disease, Chaitanya Narayana disease. Correct? In which what do? Why are they able to score well? There are 20 children, 4 seats. I conduct chemistry exam. If you get good marks, you will get the first 5 seats. The last person, according to marks, your seat. Are you getting? Every time the person who is sitting in back bench will always feel, I must come to the front. That's a great competition. Immediately physics teacher conducts, the first person is lost his mark, he will go back. It's not a permanent seat. So my neighbor is not always my friend. My neighbor is always my competitor. So I cannot discuss with him. I cannot do copying. It's a good spirit for getting marks. So there are different techniques used by different people for examination. How do teachers should do? I was mentioning Nane's principle. I don't know how many of them really understood it or referred back and then did not understand, so asked me questions. No, I have not seen. I have a book called Adaptive Learning. I mentioned that. I don't know how many of them download it and open it. It says, how do you become adaptive to the children? I may have good students and bad students. How do I make them to the same level? Except 1 or 2 teachers who said, yeah, I have implemented. I am not blaming all of them. There are 1 or 2 teachers who have sent me what I said is implemented in the class. I am seeing smiling face in my kids today. Education is entertainment. It is called edutainment. Teachers cannot teach anybody. That physics, the person who asked me question, you can deck in between. I am telling, DrTPS is not teaching you, you are learning by yourself. I am only making you to learn. Don't think I am teaching my student for swimming. They are learning swimming. That's it. Do you think somebody can make somebody to learn cycling? No, you have to learn yourself. I can only give you. Understood? Not support. Don't give support to teach cycling. Give me some student who doesn't know cycling, half an hour they will cycle. Give support, they will not learn. That's what generally you do. Correct? You hold. They know you are holding, they will not balance. Learning cycling is very simple. Ask them to sit on. I learned like that only. I learned jeep driving like that only. Not side by somebody. I know ABCD, accelerator, brake, clutch. That's it. And drive, D. ABCD, correct. ABCD is driving. So I don't have to get lessons from anywhere. I am from a small village. After that, I drove in Hyderabad. It was risky. Yeah, it was actually troublesome. I didn't even had a license when I drove in America. But you should have, what is that? You should have an attitude. If attitude is there, skill will come. If interest is not there, she asked a very basic question. How do I make them interest? That should have lot of people dancing and then seeing together. Automatically will jump and dance. Understood? You force them to, assume somebody don't like to climb mountain. Every time you'll have to push him. If he likes climbing mountain. So DrTPS have a great formula which I told your teachers. I don't know how many translated that into classrooms. Whatever I teach teachers is to translate into classrooms. So P performance is equal to S skill plus attitude A plus opportunity O. I must give a cycle, right? Correct or not? I must also give them freedom to go wherever you want. And I am not teaching cycling to cycle on one road where I teach them. If they learn how to cycle there, anywhere in the world they can cycle. You can see me cycling in Atlanta. Electric cycle, which I never drove in my life. But when I went there, it was available for rent. What did I do? I just took it. Somebody asked, do you know how to drive? This will learn? No. Understood? So I took 2 rounds here and there and I found, yeah, it's balancing. I know how to accelerate. I know how to touch. Drive it. Whole Atlanta I saw in cycle. You can see DrTPS Atlanta cycling. On YouTube it is there. I kept my the GoPro also here. So all throughout I am traveling, the city is recorded. See, what you need is attitude. If a teacher cannot make attitude towards physics, even if I teach 100 times, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. They will not be able to visualize. Yesterday, maths, physics is the class, but if you want to learn physics, even in 11th class, somebody was telling about syllabus. Doesn't matter whichever syllabus. If it is not learned in 9th class, you will have a harder topic in 11th class. That's it. Up to 12th class, CBSE syllabus mixes by class wise. That's all. Ultimately, up to 12th class, you don't have to worry 9th class, 8th class stuff or not. When they reach 12th class, what they learn is already defined. 7th, up to 7th class, no syllabus at all. No syllabus. Nobody can tell my school is a CBSE in LKG. LKG, there is no CBSE. Central Board of Secondary Education. CBSE, this is the full form, right? So where is secondary starting? How can an LKG teacher say I am a CBSE teacher? Tell me, is it possible? That is because up to 7th class, it's life and life around me. What am I learning? Life and life around me, which varies in India from every village to village. Yesterday I made a statement while talking to somebody on education. Every day I have got seminars. Today also I have. Today after 8 o'clock to 9:30 I am teaching KG teachers how to take a PhD. They are practically seeing children. From their experience, they can write PhD. That will become input for the next education policies. Who will record throughout India how the children wanted education? It should be from the teachers, right? So we have a seminar conference coming for the KG teachers in August. I am preparing teachers to make a presentation based on their experience. So I am creating researchers from the KG teacher. For doing research, you need not have a master's. Anybody can do research. Do you know after BTech you can go to PhD directly? No master's is required. Indian Institute of Science gives, all the IIT gives. So you have to have the attitude towards analyzing, understanding, recording. That ability comes from the KG class onwards. If somebody says, oh, I am not finding physics interesting in 9th class, that means up to 7th class, They have not learned life around me. When I know life around me, I should know that, oh, there is fan around me. And that fan works with electricity. Electricity is produced in different places with different mechanisms. This is what is life around me, right? In which physics will come, maths will come. Where is chemistry? Look around my class. The granite tile is different chemistry. The Ruxin is different chemistry. Table is different chemistry. Paint is different chemistry. If a teacher can tell like this without syllabus, but why syllabus is given? Every teacher is not creative. Understood? If I am a creative driver, I don't require a board saying that take left turn. Correct? Sharp curve is coming, be careful. Not required. I know sharp curve is coming. Automatically my gear will go changing. Right? The signboards are required for people who are not expert drivers. Syllabus is required for teachers who are not creative. If I am teaching what is in the textbook, it's the biggest mistake of teachers. I may teach in the English class Wordsworth poetry, but that is not to learn Wordsworth poetry, to inculcate the spirit of writing poems in the children, so they know how to express my feelings in poetry tomorrow. Understood? So even if you don't know the father of Shakespeare, doesn't matter. I need not know which country the Wordsworth was, but knowing him is important, because then I know, oh, from this back, why are you learning about Abdul Kalam's biodata? Your background doesn't matter, you can always create a foreground. To know that concept only, it is being taught. If the concept is not understood, after the class, if I only write, it is called a matter of fact. Are you getting? My history learning is not to know where all Aurangzeb went, how many marriages he did. No, that's not my objective. My objective is, there are possibilities in India. Somebody comes from abroad, invades if we are not very strong. Are you getting? And that learning should become with full interest. So what should children should do? The other day I was asking somebody, do you read a maths book? No. Textbook is never read. Starting from the, you paid and got a textbook, starting from the title up to the last publisher's name, including the price, read it thoroughly. What is lacking today in children is the habit of reading. Why they don't have? Because parents don't have. Very simple. If I come to each one of your house, I will know whether your children are readers or not. Do you have a library at home? No. Do you make them to sit with a lot of books around? No. I will drink water only when beside me water bottle is there. Otherwise, even if I feel like drinking, what do I do? After the class, I will drink, right? I am delaying. There is a rule called the 20 seconds rule. If I cannot pick up something fast, I will never do it. I will delay. And that will become my habit. So your children should have lot of, understood, handwriting. Somebody has sent me, many of them. And that too I know who has sent. 9th class, some teacher would have told, definitely you should send because tomorrow parents meeting is there. So yesterday, I was getting messages. Until yesterday from last class, no time for children at all. How is it possible here? To take a picture of your note and send it, does it require that much time? No, it doesn't. The habit is not there. What habit is not there? When some guest comes, they will speak and then go finished. I am not like that. I am here driving all the way for 1.5 hours interaction. I am driving 3 hours. Started at 12:15. I have sent a message to him. And reached here 1.5 hours I took from Malkajgiri, that Safalgudas. I am driving and coming. For what? I am not taking any money from them. Don't think I am a paid person here. And I am not talking on behalf of them. Tomorrow they don't call also, I don't care. So I can scold them. I have got full liberty because I don't depend on them, right? I don't belong to their categories also. Politically also I have no affiliation. See, when you are in a politics, what our leader says, you have to repeat, right? I am not a political person. So I am a totally free person who only helps people to learn and teach. Nothing else. And that is because I was a worst student in 7th class, 8th class. 8th class, just now before coming, I was making to hear him. My driver who used to take me to the school from my village. Until then, I was in my village up to 7th class. Brilliant fellow. The family was brilliant. Everybody was brilliant. So they thought there was a great institution coming with all the teachers are all picked up from the meritorious government service in the highest position. DEO, AEO, all of them become my physics teacher, chemistry teacher, maths teacher. Otherwise, they would have been highly experienced. So they created in the district a very special school which is called Tagore Vidyaniketan under government. Beautiful classroom. That was an experiment conducted by Kerala government. Only one district, one school was there. 25,000 people would have written entrance exam to get there. I was also forced to write. I wrote. By mistake, I got there. 27 children in the class. I was always holding my rank. You know which rank you can hold always? Last rank. Always 27th rank. All the teachers used to mockerize me saying that, see this fellow, I used to be called in different classes to show how worst a student can be. Humiliated thoroughly. You can imagine an 8th grade child, how much I would have, I don't remember because my buddhi was less. Luckily, I don't remember all bad or good. So that driver who used to take me was sending message to me saying that, no, I remember you, he must be around 19. Coming in that uniform with the short and that dress, sitting in front of me every day. Do you still remember this driver's name? His name is Janardhan. Do you remember Janardhan? And I used to drive you. Somewhere he got my number. He must have seen in video. But that's a relationship. Even the driver was very close to me. He remembers me after how many years? 1979, you can imagine. Understood? Not because I was a good student. I was a student with a human mind. At the end of the year, that school only keeps students who gets 60%. Those days, first class 60% is a great number. Today, 99 is a great number. For me, everything is a great number. Okay. 60% they know that I will not get in 10th class. So what did they do? The end of the year, like him, principal, gave me a beautiful cover. When I opened the transfer certificate, get out of the school. I was thrown out from the school being the worst student. And I'm a scientist. Among all the 27, probably I'm the most meritorious in life today. Nobody has got better degree than me. Nobody got into government higher than me. I was called in same school as a chief guest to give A+ winners certificates without knowing I was an old student there. Because generations have gone, principal have changed. In the same class like this, they have a partition. The classroom is with them. They can remove the barrier and classroom can be converted into auditorium. I was there. I was telling, yeah, this is the same place I was humiliated by Balakrishnan master. I was the same place by this teacher called me in the assembly and scolded me. Understood? So don't ever, to tell this only, I left my government job from PM's office. I was with Manmohan Singh at the highest grade. I left that and started picking up 8th grade children from Kerala to show them, give me, I will change them to the brightest. You tell me a student who doesn't pass, who is not interested in studies, give me few days, I will make them to love that subject. Every subject. I teach chemistry, physics, maths, biology, Hindi. Hindi is not my mother tongue, it's my other tongue. You can see DrTPS, Hindi 10th class. You will see me the way I am teaching. I don't teach. I will make, that's why I am saying Google is good. I will pick up some Google where this class is being taught, play that, and I will support explaining. Understood? You go to civil service. I train people for civil service. No civil service training center in Hyderabad is teaching. They are only playing cassettes recorded in Delhi. Understood? Rarely people like me will go and give a blah 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 lecture like this to become creative. That's it. Great institutions like 21st Century, Rao's, everywhere I go for taking classes. I had a great program in Kerala which is called the Destination IAS. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th class children, make them aspirants, inspire, aspire, success, IAS. Inspire, aspire, success. Indian administrative, I was in cabinet secretariat as deputy director. I worked in the highest office where the IAS topmost can sit. But I also keep saying IAS is immediate academic success. Understood? You have to be immediately successful. If after that class, if you cannot write a page, all that what you have learned up to 7th class, 8th class, waste. Give me a topic and give me half an hour, I'll write a poem. If your children cannot write a poem like that, why did you learn all the poetry from KG onwards, Tinkle Tinkle Little Star? Eh? Why did you learn Tinkle Tinkle Little Star? Is it a tongue twister for you? No. It's to create that rhythm in life. That's why it's called rhymes. So that anything you can learn. If I can learn rhythmically, that's why all Vedas are written in slokas only. Understood? I don't know how many of you have heard this, which he was telling. Pashur Veti, Shishur Veti, Veti, Ganarasam Bheni, Sahitya Sarasam Sachal, Shankaru Veti Vanava. Heard this? No. All of you lift your hands, yeah, who have not heard. I wanted to see that. It's getting recorded. Take it on your head. Useless Janma. Shankarabharanam movie, have you seen? Yes, I have seen 100 times probably. Listen to that. When you see movie, this sloka is coming in the first. I make my children to see movies. I've got students studying in MIT. Yesterday I have sent a message. I'll give you my phone. You can check. I'm not lying. I saw a Malayalam movie from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Lot of advertisement will come. That's why it takes 4 hours. And long movies, earlier movies, 3 hours. I said, this movie is very good. Not from Kerala. Only Telugu. But seen lot of movies today can speak Malayalam so fluently. I suggest all the children to see. I see Maharashtra movies, Marathi movies, Cycle. If you have not seen the Cycle movie, you see. What a beautiful movie is that. You want to see the coaching center, tuition center, the dirtiest part in that? See 2 series, which is called the Crash Course. Second one is called the Kota Factory. See that. Then you will realize, oh, this is what is happening. They will make you to mug up examination questions and answers. You will get it. Understood? Entrance is very easy. But exit is not that easy. From IIT, many people don't exit peacefully. Even if they exist, in Bangalore, the most brilliant IT personnel will quit their job in 3 or 4 years. I am from one of the most prestigious ISRO. We have an office here. I have taken many of the scientists who joined in my office to the Gandhi hospital nearby. There is a mental hospital, Eragadda. I have taken my colleagues there, admitted there, many of them. They are all IITians. You don't know the social skill, you don't know how to work, you don't know communicate, you don't know how to write, how to interact. You become a big failure. And that has to happen not in IIT. It has to happen in schools. So understand, teachers are not, I'll repeat, teachers are not for teaching subjects. Teachers are teaching subjects so that through their subject, they can make the trick of learning in each and every child. There is a great saying, a station master, there are school masters and station masters, right? A station master minds the trains and a school master trains the minds. It is mind training. And how many hours? You have a big complaint, this is not covered, they are not great. See, 365 days, forget about the quarter day in a year. Got it? 8 hours in 24 hours. School, how much time they are spending? 6 hours. How many working days? 200 working days. In 6 hours, in the classroom, 40 minutes is what is a period to be there. In between there are breaks. With all that you take 6 hours. 6 into 200, 1200. My PhD is in mathematics. I'm good in calculation. Divided by 24, it's only 50 days. They are in the hands of teachers, academicians. They think that 365 hours we are working. What for? For maintaining the children for 50 days. I conduct camps for 10 days. Full residential. 24 hours they are with me. I'll tell them, 1/5 of your education is over. Because 50 days only they teach. I am with them for 24 hours, right? Understood? It's a transformation. So, it is not feeding how much. And how much time they have at home? 8 hours you sleep. Average, all of us sleep 8 hours, right? I have a beautiful book called Life Made Simple. I have given accounts of life in which it is there. 8 hours we sleep. That means when you become 60 years, I am going to be 60. I am not very old. Don't see this. I am going to be 60. I am not 60 yet. 20 years I slept. 8 hours out of 24 hours is, are you getting? 1/3. So that means when I live up to 60 years, 20 years we are sleeping. It doesn't matter who is with me. When I am sleeping, I am deep sleep. We are enjoying 20% of our life. Don't say life is very difficult, hard. I'm a life mentor. I'm a psychotherapist. Many people will come with the problems. I'll say, no, 20% you are enjoying. Have you heard some politicians saying, my whole life for social service? What whole life? 20 years you slept peacefully, right? No, not everybody sleeps. Manmohan Singh used to sleep only 3 hours. I also sleep only 3 hours. Yesterday I slept at 2 o'clock. Wake up a little late. I've got counseling sessions coming. So many people will discuss. Abroad, when somebody discusses what time I have to give, their daytime only, right? So it goes around the clock. But deep sleep during that time. I don't even attend. Many times he must have called and said, you are not available. I said, don't call me up to 10 a.m. My phone is off. I have a discipline in my life. I decided until my breakfast is over, my planning for the day is over, unless I am traveling. If I am at home, my wife's phone is on. Urgent call anyway, they know my wife's number also, right? Night 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I will switch off my phone, unless there is a session. I decided, create discipline in your children. Most important discipline. Make them not lethargic, be active. How do you make them? You be that. You are seeing what this, my mother is very active. They will also become active. You keep the TV on and then say, study, study, study. You don't even look at them to whom you are saying. Your eye is only on the television. Study. What study? They will come for water 3 times, 4 times. Because they know that's the time that they can pass through the hall. And then they will go for this another 3, 4 times. They are your kids, right? I was telling your children, your mother starts lying in the morning. Not lying. Lie, lay, lane. Lie, lay, lane. Lie, lied, lied. There are 3 lines. You know little English, right? I used to teach like this. Lie, lay, lane, lie, lagadam. Lie, lied, lied. So 2 lies are. So your mother is a liar. Why? That's what you are hearing first in the morning. What? Hey, get up. It's 7 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock only. But you are calling at 6 o'clock and saying it's 7 o'clock because 1 hour, the music in the house, I don't know whether husband or wife, whoever calls, the other fellow thinks, yeah, my wife is taking care of my child very good. What taking care? It's actually rubbish and foolish. I never called my kids. They themselves will wake up. I never did history for my children. Their job is to keep the dress in the order in which they have to wear. Then only go to bed. Understood what I am saying? The last one is belt. Belt will become on the top. If you have to wear a belt, you need shorts, right? And shirt. So shirt will be below that. That is the order in which it has to be kept. Keep it safe. Because you know tomorrow morning, where should I search? No searching and wasting time. Do it, then only sleep whatever time. You sleep when you want, but decide that is there so that morning you will not be in a hurry. I am very disciplined, very, very disciplined in my life. If I am not disciplined, I used to wear, last time I was showing, If Saturday I come, my socks is Saturday. I did not wear because all the time I am asked to remove the shoes, so I thought I will not wear. I am very disciplined. Very systematically write down. I'll tell you all the calls and messages will be here until I die in my phone. I must have changed hundreds of fonts, but I have today. I was showing the audio to him. I was telling he must have lost my number, but I have his number. When 20-30 years back, somebody has given that number. I still kept my driver's number, who was taking me in 8th grade. The time the message comes, I know this is this man who has sent me a message. I don't even have to hear the audio. I record, I keep it, I value each one and every bit of it. You know, the day the class is over, every child who sat beside me, I took a clip of paper. You look at my video on which the first thumbnail which I made. Every child who come to stage is put on the thumbnail. And I kept their names, but 2-3 days no response, I deleted all of them. I value, but they don't value. You don't value because there are so many people coming and finishing this job, right? For you, it is one and the same. I am also going to thousands, but I go everywhere. I value it. Every moment which I spend matters for me. Sraddhavan labhate jnanam. Why children doesn't have Shraddha in the class concentration? It's not great interesting, right? So practically it's not doing practical physics. You see my DrTPS on Google Map, you will see my house in Kerala, 200-year-old house. The entry itself is physics practical. Knew this? Entry itself you can see, I can sit on a place and then pull myself. The children starts experimenting physics. Pull is principle, which you learned in 7th class is experimented. Everything is experiment. We do lot of such experiments. More than all that, sharing, caring, love, learning together, group activity, creative thinking. It is not answering my questions should be the examination. I evaluate a school from the questions which they ask. If a student know how to ask questions, I'll tell you, I was traveling to Dammam from Hyderabad by air, 3.5 hours in aircraft. Somebody was sitting beside me, was a 9th grade child in Indian school there. I asked lot of questions. The whole 9th class syllabus I started asking. I know most of the syllabus, or I will ask physics, what are you learning? That's how I brush up my subject knowledge. After 2 hours, I asked them. I was asking so many, more than 100 questions. Did you ask me one question back to me? No. No interest, no. Who is this buffalo asking me a question? At least that, no, that should go into them, right? Because in classroom, teachers ask question. That's it. If your class is only teachers asking question, you are the most boring teacher. I am a most boring teacher when I come and speak like this. But I cannot sit like this because I am called here. If you are not asking questions, I am the most boring person in this world. I do this when I travel in train also. I was eligible for first class, second AC, but I traveled only in second class during my government service. The reason is at least they will talk to me. Understood? The more the grade you have, they think that no, let him talk to me, then I will talk. That's how it is. But generally I carry a lot of books and read, that's what I do. But I love to interact. Interaction is what makes. So I wish if I don't speak to you, if I did not tell, no, give me that, no, you would have been asking a lot of normal questions, which you can ask it to his room when go to that, right? My child doesn't like Bharatanatyam, why should you ask here? You should have gone to his room and then ask, you know. Are you getting what I'm saying? Eh? I'm not here for display, ma. I'm here to criticize them. So I am your part. I spoke to teachers, maybe 20% happiness only. When I spoke to students, I became 60%. I thought I will get 80% satisfaction here from parents because my name is DrTPS. Teachers, parents, students. Luckily, I got my name like Dr. T.P. Shashikumar is my name. So I am called as DrTPS. Recently, I found, yeah, it's a beautiful name, yeah. Teachers, parents, students. Understood? So ask questions. which are relevant for you to learn. You may not know what is to be asked because you have not done a homework. Correct? You go for a movie, you do homework. You know which movie, who are the actors, who are the singers, where it is shooted, who is the director, everything you know. When you come for a class, you must have got a notice, DrTPS. How does it matter here? We have seen a lot of buffaloes coming like this and speaking to us for last so many years. No. I am sure if you would have gone through at least a few videos, if your children should have gone, if your teachers would have seen. See, I'll tell you, I told them, look at my video and give a comment. You know what is the comment? My name is this. I am from this school. Am I taking attendance or what? See, they don't know how to comment on a program. If 9th class children, 10th nobody responded, so I am not talking to them. I was telling 10th class children I can take 2-3 classes and finish their math, physics, chemistry, 100% they will get. Don't teach them. One day I will take class, they will get. That's my guarantee. I have done that in many schools. But no communication, nothing can be done. The first basic thing is communication. Communication is not English. The attitude towards talking to somebody. Attitude towards listening something. Attitude towards learning from the internet. That's also communication. You cannot avoid. Everybody in this world. You must have heard Abdul Kalam is a great speaker, right? Correct. All his slides are made in Hyderabad by one of my cousin who is called Bavander from the Indian Administrative College. He will not Google and find. But that person Googles and makes a PowerPoint and then send it to him. And he posts it and then looks at it. That's it. Everybody does it. In my office, director want to make a presentation. Director will tell at least 2-3 people, make some presentations for me. This is my subject. Everybody does it. Today, you don't even have to do it. You want a nice essay to be written on any subject, ChatGPT. Understood? You go to ChatGPT and ask anything, they will tell you. You go and ask ChatGPT, who is DrTPS? ChatGPT will tell you. You are in Google, you are in internet, I am sure they will find out who is this person, right? So nothing wrong. The other day, there is a conference coming for early childhood teachers. Conference is coming in Hyderabad, July 27-28. I am a speaker. So they asked me, give 3 lines about you. I said, put ChatGPT, give 3 lines about DrTPS. They will give a better one than me. Why should I waste my time today? Is it wrong? It's not wrong. It's a facility available. Is it wrong to see movies? No. You want to learn about Swami Vivekananda? Go and see documentary. How many of you have seen the Norway versus? Seen? You don't even see movie. What life is this? Yeah. There's a great joke. One old man went to a doctor and then said, I want to be very healthy, extend my life for longer time. He asked, do you play hockey? No. Do you drink? No. Do you smoke? No. Do you play cards? No. Do you see movies? No. Why do you want to live? Die now itself. Why do you want an extended life without enjoying? Every moment enjoy, man. I have got schedules, what I am going to do tomorrow, what I will see tomorrow, which movie I will see, where I will read, what I will read. Got it? Enjoy. Enjoy life. L-I-F-E. All my books are on life. Live in full enjoyment. Learn in full enjoyment. Learning is an investment for future earning. I also made a very recent one after a few lectures. The day I came here and gave first lecture, I made a lecturing is a foolish entertainment. I don't believe in lecturing. Okay, ask questions. No sir, DrTPS. I have no sir title. British has stopped it. Your children don't learn, stop calling sir and madam. God as God instead of Lord. Lord is a judge, but we call Lord Krishna. Then you should call Saraswati as Lady Saraswati. The gender difference, Lord is lady, if you don't understand. God itself is a wrong word. Ishvara, Sankalpa is entire. I am a spiritual man. You can listen more spiritual lectures me than subject lectures. Okay, Dr. TPS. It has a value. Sir has no value.
I have a question like, so in our days, like, we didn't have these options, like, for all these things, right? So, limited, like, we possible way, not thinking and learning and knowing the concept. But, like, in the current generation, like, it's like they have, like, using Google, set, like, the views. So, for everything, it depends on Google or, like, start thinking or anything. When they start thinking,
Actually, if you want to Google the right thing to Google, it's much more intelligence than what all of us have. See, I'll tell you, in my home, I control the TV with the speaker. You have that speaker button and say play this. Sometimes it doesn't work because it reboots by itself. How to set it, I don't even remember. I will only Google and ask. My Google Drive, I will ask how to set it back. Step by step, it will tell you. I am using that equipment. What is wrong? It's making me smarter. But to use that facility, you need to be creative. I'll tell you, I have children who got 3 crores fellowship in MIT. MIT masters cost 3. They invest time. Don't spend time on gadgets. Invest time on gadgets. They can do much faster. I'll tell you, the children today are multimedia children. They can hear scolding from you. They can hear music in another plug. They can see the movie and then tell you the whole story without mistakes. They can read a textbook parallelly. They can eat parallelly. They can chat with their friends parallelly. I cannot do it, you cannot do it. Don't stop them. The other day also I was telling, if somebody is driving a motorbike and going, woo, my eldest brother who was a professor, who was very strict during my childhood. I lost my father when I was 4 years old. My eldest brother was my guardian. Very strict. Very, very strict. So when I became elderly person, I used to drive, he used to sit beside me. When somebody was driving, see that fellow going and he will die immediate. I will also die, you will also die. Correct? He died much earlier with all the diseases. Because all the time tension, Amma. When somebody drives also tension for him. Correct? And I said, he is driving anyway Yamaha. Yamaha is supposed to take them to. Correct? And I am so much worried because I cannot drive. That is your default problem. I am not able to drive. That's my problem. If I could also drive, what I would also driven same style, right? Correct or not? So it all depends. Don't take some. The world is. See, the other day I made one statement in one of the class. Every day there are classes, so I made a statement in the discussion. My father is different. My mother is different. My school has to be different. I cannot have same class, same subject, same syllabus, same style in learning in the classroom when my parents are different, right? Is it possible? In my village, I never had a Bharatanatyam. So I never learned Bharatanatyam. But the time I went to the taluk where I had a special school, I joined for all the arts. Because I could learn that. Understood? Use options. It's like a buffet dinner. In the buffet, I only eat curd rice. So I only eat curd rice when I go for a buffet. I should taste everything and see, correct? No. And then if I like something, I go to that counter again. Second round, I will go there. If I don't do that, what is the purpose of buffet? Why are you going there? Huh? Use options around in this world. See that this is only one option. It doesn't replace your textbook. I did not say use only this. I also said read textbook by line. I'll tell you, I was an executive director of an engineering college. When students from IIT come, mechanical engineering professors post, I only ask them what is gravity. Basic 6th class, 7th class children know. But the definition given will be wrong. They don't know the basics. I'll tell you, most of you may not know the basics. If that is not known, your entrance exams keep changing. IIT, that's what happens. IAS, Indian Administrative Service, you know what is it asked? 10th class only. First prelims exam is full of 10th class. DrTPS prelims handbook, I wrote a book on handbook on civil service. I explain. It's only 10th class knowledge, prelims. But what happens? After 10th, you have 11th and 12th. Then 5 years graduation. Minimum BTech. After 7 years, you write which grade exam? Finished. They forgot everything. They got specialized in maths, physics, chemistry. Correct? I took a PhD in mathematics. When I came back to my office, my first job was making maps from satellite image. I must learn my social science in 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th class again. Why I had to learn? Because I forgot everything, right? I have to learn history because I worked in strategic department, relationship with the neighboring countries. I must make a note and give it to my Prime Minister's office. I don't even know where is Myanmar. I started learning after becoming a PhD, joining a scientist. I started learning my social science. Why? Because in my childhood I never learned it. If I would have learned it, would have become easier. Correct? So only thing, because I did not learn in childhood, I will have to do hard work. More work. If I am not smart. If I am smart and good in my child, I am sure I will learn it. So make your child smart. They have to invest time in every gadgets around. They must see when people come for civil service. I have a house in Malkajgiri where I used to have a lot of program. Shiksha holiday program is the program. Google, you will see a lot of BTech students coming and sitting. Practical you want, yeah. Even in engineering college, they don't do practical. I will give a screwdriver and ask, remove that switchboard. Electrical engineer, 4th year. No, I never opened. I said nothing wrong. If it goes bad, I will replace. It's my house. Do it. I teach all of them and say, go back home and do it. Immediately the call comes. The whole apartment power went off. I said, that's how you learn. Understood? That's practical. Your children should do it. I learned it when I was in 7th or 8th grade. That's the time when electricity came to my village. I was doing wiring. Practical, no? We have to learn practical. So that doesn't mean full time I am into that. No. When I am using it, that doesn't mean full time I am into this. When children come, I will say, make a tea for me. I don't know how to make tea. I never made it at home. So I said, I will teach you tomorrow onwards. Your job is first make tea for me, then my class. I teach. If I don't do, I cannot teach them. Understood? So look at DrTPS tea making. You will all learn a different style of tea making, which probably will give you a better lesson. So everything has to be done very correct, systematic. Understand the science behind it. When you make tea, you don't know the science behind it. When I make tea, I know the science behind it. That's only the difference. Because I have seen tea plant. I've gone to tea powder making places. They will categorize which tea has to be boiled, which should not be boiled, which can be kept only 30 seconds. Everything is written on top of it, but you don't even read it. Many people will call this is Bisleri water, mineral water. No, it's only packaged drinking water. Read every line by line, read. Make your children with a lot of questions. Questions comes from quest. Quest comes from reading. That's why Saraswati's husband is Brahma. Brahma is the god of questions, creativity. Saraswati is the god of knowledge. Both are pairs. Okay. Done? No questions. Wonderful. I told them. See, there is a saying, Acharyat Padamadate. From Acharya, you cannot tell them quarter. Oh, beautiful Acharya, he gives quarter. Padam Shishya Somedaya, another quarter within us, another quarter. Padam sa Brahmacharibhya. Together we can have another quarter. Then we can stand another last quarter, otherwise sleep there. Understood? You have to listen to lecture, but don't stop there. You should have Swayam. Padam Shishya Somedaya. If after my lecture some student is not learning on that topic which I spoke, that means you are not a student. They have no time today because you are pushing them to tuition centers. Actually, if I am a maths teacher here and my student goes for tuition, I will quit my job. Otherwise, I will throw that student out. I will tell you, no, you go for tuition, don't learn. I will not give breakfast to my kid if every day he goes for breakfast in a hotel. Understood? It's actually rubbish. I'll tell you, no tuition teacher is better than textbook. Repeat it. No tuition teacher is better than textbook. Your children should open the textbook and make notes. 2 characters for children. Take a note and make a note. If in 1 page what is written in textbook, I cannot convert it to 1 paragraph. What you learned in every physics, chemistry, maths and every subject, you should do it. What you learned in English, comprehension is useless. So comprehension in 10th class should not be taught taking some paragraph. It should be, I also taught English. I will tell, open your physics chapter number 3. Write a precise abstract from that. Finished. They learned both. Comprehension also they learned. Physics also they learned. And that chapter no teacher should teach. Finished. They learned. Then share it among the children. Correct it. Last time when I did that to students, everybody gave 9, 10. That's also in the mark. Why am I giving 9 out of 10 to him? Because whatever I could not write also he has written, right? Are you getting? If I could write so much and my neighbor has written only this much, will I give 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10? I'll give 2 out of 10. That means you are a worse student. Everybody is worse, everybody will give 10 out of 10. That's how I evaluate children. Very simple. That day itself I evaluated how the general character of children. I should be very strict, and there are spelling mistakes. The spelling mistakes, when I get to somebody's note, if I ask to evaluate, I am not evaluating. I should correct also. 2 words are used, correction and evaluation. That's what teacher's job. So I should correct it. And it is not your mistake. The mistake is, handwriting is so bad now, it's so pathetic. 9th grade child sent me a English, the handwriting, give me half day, ma, I'll make the handwriting beautiful. Your children in KG, take it from me. I don't know whether I taught when I was talking to your teachers. Copywriting should not be from top to bottom. It should be, top is what is printed. From bottom you write to the top. So every time you will look on the top one. Otherwise, what are you doing? You will read in the top, write the next line. Next line, what are you looking at? What you have written. Therefore, it become either convergence or divergence. Same mistake. Very happy for teachers, because some mistake is the ting, 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 ting. Everything is wrong. They are so happy. So many mistakes I found. Why? Grantham moonu pagarthidil muhurtam mutramayid. That's a Malayalam, but you can also understand. Muhurtam, you know what's muhurtam, right? Mutram. If I copy muhurtam, muhurtam, muhurtam 3 times, muhurtam will become mutram. Very simple. So you are all doing copy's job. And teachers give notes. One of the rubbish thing in this world. Take notes. Take a note should be when you give. They should take it without giving. Then you are smart. Are you getting? The way I am looking at a textbook, making notes. Why are you giving notes? No better notes or teacher than the textbook. Is there a better notes than the textbook? You want a precision written by somebody else and copy and mug it and give it to you? No. Why your children are getting 90%? Because questions are so easy. I went to Usmania University Economics Department. I asked your children, these children will get 90%, yeah? The professor said, yeah, when we make question and we evaluate. Understood? No.
Yeah, autonomous universities.
I said, let me make a question. No, they will never pass. None of them will pass. My teachers also will not pass. So they know economics. Yeah, they know economics. Why? Economics means Dhana Tattva Shastram. So they know economics. One sentence they know, right? So pathetic. I think you must make teachers, I am ready to make teachers lazy. That's what I do ultimately in a school where I make changes. I make students smarter. Because students are paying. I'll tell you, teachers are, including if I am taking money from them for this, even transportation I am not taking. If I am taking, I am your servant. Are you getting what I'm saying? I don't want to be servants of any one of you. If I become a servant, I cannot speak to you the way I want. That's my contract. Are you getting? I am not a servant of any one of you because I am not taking money from you. But teachers are making, management is making, so they are your servants. They have to serve you. Am I getting? So serving doesn't mean they are under you. A priest serves, he is not under. A priest serves the God. Do you know this? But they are not under. You know the difference? Agamartam tu devanam gamanartam tu rakshasa. The priest first chanting in the temple is this: "A God, come and sit here." So who is greater? The servant is greater or the God is greater? You know, when the lamp is lighted, you do puja in the house. Call a priest. What do they do? Avahanam. What is avahanam? I am telling God, come and sit here. Udvahanam, go. I learned Tantra Shastram. Udvahanam, go. Go means the God has to go. It happened in some places for me. When I called God, she came. She is not going. Finished. Udvahanam doesn't happen. It's a big problem. You know this. Somebody dies in your house. We do a lot of acharas. For what? The father died. Body has been cremated. But his ghost is still there. That's why the pujas are being done. And that fellow doesn't go. Who? The mother says, my husband. Soon after death, the husband comes back to the bed, finished. Udvahanam. It should work. So who is more powerful? The power and no power doesn't matter. Serving is a great service. I am a servant of government of India. So many such servants make the government. Where is government? Where is government? Government is not the building. Government is not the minister. Government is not anybody else. Government is me. You know what Mahatma Gandhi, she was telling competition, Olympiad. I don't believe in any one of this. Mahatma Gandhi once said, when somebody is losing, that means I am posting somebody in the seat of the winner. I am greater. No, you sit there. That's it. You are electing somebody. What are you doing? You are allowing to sit there, right? That's democracy. So in the school, there may be winners, there may be losers. That doesn't matter. Your children should participate in everything. Learn as many art forms are possible. 64 kala, 64 kalas are there. All of them they should learn. But not just learning. Catharsis, the level step in which that aswadanam, how are you going to appreciate also should be learned. The objective is clear. Everything is clear. A subject, a chapter I am teaching, objective and scope. That is there in the forward written in every textbook. But I don't think any student reads forwards. Textbook is written, forward is there. To the teacher, to the parents is not there, luckily. Is there? No. To the children, to the teachers. Read that. What instruction is given. Then you will realize, oh, textbook is for this. That's what I do my children. Ask them to read line by line, word by word. Keep a dictionary. Keep a phone. Phone is a dictionary. Search. And look at lot of websites are there. Yesterday I was mentioning White Edu. Right? Yeah, White Edu. I think White Edu. You can learn the dot products, vectors, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th class physics and maths. So well explained. I don't think I can explain better than that. Okay. So I use extensively and tell your children, go and learn from this website. That's much better. Earlier I used to say Khan Academy. But that has gone. Now much better things have come. Okay. You should use it. Thoroughly use it. Be smart. Your children should be smarter. And they are much smarter than you. Correct? Earlier, my father was much knowledgeable than me. I respect him. Now your children are much knowledgeable to you. You should respect them. I respect my kids. My both children are much better than me. They know better English. I am not from English medium. I am from Malayalam. So I tell them, am I correct or not? Some mistake, yeah, this much mistake you made. Fine, wonderful, very good, thank you. My students are much better than me. But make them creative so that they find mistakes also. And don't intervene too much. It will become boring for them. When you make dosha, somebody says, don't put tawa here, put it here first, then here, then here. Will you be enjoyed? You will put the tawa there and say, you make it, that's it, correct? No. I did not tell some secrets to your children. I'll tell the secrets so parents will have more trouble at home. Learning is not that simple, otherwise you will not sit here like this, right? Correct or not? No questions again. Come on, yeah. Not audible. Mic is coming. Speak, try. Yeah, it's always like that. Very good. Use it. That's battery, Amma. Yeah, louder or come here.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello is Alexander Graham Bell's girlfriend.
Sir, whatever it is, so we can't use it to some level, so we can't change size.
That's why I don't scold elders.
Please, plus.
Yeah. But I don't agree that I'm an elderly person. Better way to look at it.
First of all, I would like to thank the entire teaching staff, and we believed in you and we joined our kids here, and we took the first step to believing that tomorrow's CBI is going to be great, and we request you to do your part. And we thank you, at the same time we request the entire staff. So, the second question, sir, if you remember Gokula sir, most of us, maybe I am going to tell, I repeat whatever I said to you in the last year meeting. So I request, please count the average student of the classroom. I said this is the last meeting. Average student of the classroom on basis of the quality of the entire session. So in that saying that, so sir, to your question, so how a teacher can facilitate questioning attitude for each and every student in the classroom in that 40 minutes time?
Very good. I will answer this. If I am teaching one subject, I will tell them the syllabus is with you. Correct. Textbook is with you. I will tell them read and come. Today, no students are coming after studying. Read, look at every technical word, understand the meaning, because every student may not know. So when I am using words, if I start explaining it, actually they should know because earlier classes they would have learned it. I will make them to prepare and come in the classroom, number one. Then I will only give the objective, scope, little more around that and all that. Then make a beautiful group. In the group, I will suggest some leaders to come. So generally smart students will come. I will ask them to call groups. That experiment also I have done for the teachers. I don't know how much they got it, whether they got it, they implement it or not. Make groups and make them to sit and then make questions from that textbook sitting together. Understood? What are they making? Lot of questions. And then ask me those questions. If I can answer all the questions, class is over. If I can make 5 such groups, if 5 children, 5 groups, 25 questions, one chapter is finished with the 25 questions, right? I am not asking single student. If this culture happens after 3 months, when I ask them to prepare and come, they will not come preparing. They will prepare questions and come. And before the teacher comes, if I am sitting beside a student, I will tell him, this is the question which I made. What question you made? Show me this. And they will learn together. You are supposed to make a learning platform. Understood? Otherwise, what happens is, as it is in the text, I will also learn and come. I will tell in that board something I will write. I will talk to the board most of the time. I will talk to individuals sometime. I will not talk to individuals in any sessions. If I want to arrange you 7th, 8th, 9th grade, I will only sit. I will make children to do it. If I go, you come here and put here, put here, put here. That's what is happening in the schools. They lose their self-discipline. You are making them disciplined. No. My job is not making them disciplined. Teaching the disciplined attitude in them. Are you getting? All activity-based classes. Maths, physics, chemistry, everything will come. Identify in this chapter what you learned in and around you and then bring some examples. Today they will Google and find a lot of things from the Google and come out. So teachers need not to Google it. They will find. It will become a great learning platform, classrooms. No, I don't know whether they will. I said I have freedom. I am talking and going.
Okay, I think then it's your part. If you have doubts,
But I have given one offer. I am a social person. My life, I am with my pension I am living. My wife has got a good salary. My both sons are settled, so I am not in money at all. I am doing it either here or somewhere else. Every day some sessions. I told them, give your 10th class children for some day. One day I will finish maths. One day I will finish chemistry. One day I will finish English. Every subject chapter wise they will learn. They will have to prepare and come in my class. Not like the way just come and then sit in somebody's class. Like you are going for a movie, you are preparing. Understood, no? That is why in movie, director doesn't come in the middle and say, please attention for my movie. You are already attending. Correct. That's what I guarantee. I was asking how many children will A plus is first. All the students, I guarantee A plus.
Yeah, but actually, we were discussing with DPS. Actually, he gave us an answer to have 1 day full for mathematics, 1 day full for science, 1 day full for English. So this discussion happened.
Social science, every subject. Biology, maths, physics, chemistry.
We have to, at least for the second Saturday, all 10th class students, if they can come to school, then we'll have start with either maths or science. Maths maybe. Then maybe maybe one day or next Saturday like that. We can even suspend the regular timetable of that particular day and have this session so that it helps them to build in the future, next chapters and all, how they have to learn and all. So this is actually in the discussion, and we'll just take the time. And one request is, if at all we arrange such sessions for the 10th class students, I request parents to please send the children. It may be difficult for us to send the buses for only 10th class students. Okay, maybe later we'll try to based on TPS time, and we'll try to extend it to the next class cycle. Okay. So then, what the framework you are looking for? Once the framework is ready, then Google can definitely answer all the questions. Okay. So
Understand, it is not to tell that teachers are bad. It's only a different trick which I used in many places. Number one, it's only a style change. Understood? So that your children will become self-learners. Anything they can learn. Their time will come, you tell me anything, I will learn.
yeah.
second question, sir. Anyway, I thank. Please don't stop teachers when students come and don't stop the questioning because of your other department.
No, don't question teachers. Ask questions. There is a lot of difference between questioning, asking questions. So you cannot question me, but you can ask questions to me. Understood the meaning, right?
Okay, second request I have is, three games conducted here. I don't think it is bad by heart. System also. Vedal one. correct me. So memory is good actually. Memory is
Understood. Really, there are 4 skills every children should get from age 3. I have a system called the age 3 to grade 3, which is called the Grandma Child Care Shiksha Gurukulam. You can look at DrTPS, Grandma, it will come on YouTube. Nobody else would have done like that. In that, what I say is a child has to learn arithmetic, language. How many languages? As many as you can. Understood? Every language learning is very simple, especially South Indians. Avade, ivide, evide, ange, inge, enge, alli, illi, elli, akkade, ikkade, ekkade, idhar, udhar, kidhar, here, there, where. Understood? Now we have mother tongue, father tongue, neighbor tongue, social tongue, class tongue, other tongue. Understood? So everybody can learn 5-6 languages being in Hyderabad. So learn all languages, and they easily know which language to be used to father, which language is to be used to mother, which language is to be used to the friends. Correct? That should happen. One is language. Second one is arithmetic. Mathematics starts with young age. No need of writing. Memory, computation, logic, analytical reasoning, mathematical ability, all that comes in the arithmetic. Third one, memorizing. Learn, repeat, learn by heart. Don't learn by heart. Understood the difference, right? Now today, why people say don't learn by heart? Because they learn by heart. No, don't learn by heart. Learn by, if you have heart. But after 7th, 8th, what happens is, they will give their heart to somebody else. Seeing them heart attack, not seeing them heart attack. This is the biggest problem. Why? Because your heart is not filled with knowledge. If your heart is filled with knowledge, no other space will be there. Understood? Many children will come for counseling to me. Most of the engineering colleges, when I go, there's a campus selection. I know campus selection. You know what's campus selection? They select a girlfriend or boyfriend. That is campus selection. 100% campus selection. That is because they have no interest in the subject. I'll tell you, tuition place is the worst place where girls and boys mingle without attendance, without discipline. School has got discipline. Tuition centers have no discipline, right? So if you're sending your children to tuition center, that's a big crime, because you have no control. Shakuni did not become bad because his gurus were bad. Understood? Duryodhana did not become bad because his school was bad. Dharmaputra and Duryodhana studied in same class. Teachers were same, but only thing, after the class they go for tuition. To whom? Dharmaputra used to go to Krishna. Duryodhana used to go to Shakuni. Why Duryodhana went to Shakuni? The father was blind. All fathers are blind, including me. My kids, who are their friends, I will not even know now. But my wife will know. Their Jataka also they will know. If husband is blind, wife is supposed to open the eyes. That Gandhari, poor lady, she became so blind. What a mother is she? Do you think somebody will tie eyes and become blind when husband is blind? She should have 4 eyes. Instead of that, she became blind. They produced 100 children. So you will not know where your kids are going for company. All of you are supposed to know. I used to have, I will tell you, not even classroom. Class combined study is fine. You want your children to get good marks? I had one Reshma, one student, 7th class. I asked the mother, brought that student to me and said, how much mark you will give to this girl as a daughter? Not even pass mark. Failed, useless, waste. All adjective was given. I said, give it to her to me. Wherever I come in that district, she is from Alapi. Wherever Kottayam, Alapura district we come, they are very rich. Driver is there, they can bring. Even for teachers class, she used to come and sit. That was the guarantee given. Now she is doing MBBS final year. Understood? You know what did I say? I asked, when is your birthday? When is your birthday, beta?
6th November.
That is date. I asked the date. Day.
Sunday.
Sunday. All Sundays you celebrate birthday. Your mother will make biryani for everybody. Ask your friends to come. Make biryani on the dining table. Social science, one chapter over, then only biryani. I will prepare question, all of you prepare question, let us write exam, everybody should get 100 or 100. Biryani. Understood? This she did it. Next day, another house. Next day, another house. Made a beautiful group of 6-7 children. 7 children, 7 days, make group studies. My son was not a bright student. He didn't make it in NIT, no IIT. Every day, friends used to come and sleep in my house. They study. He is a nuclear scientist in America today. Just because combined studies. I failed in 10th. Literally failed means got very less marks. That's it. 11th class also I was very bad. Then I realized I must pass 12th class. Otherwise I cannot go for degree. I started this combined study. All of us became good. And one of them is Congress President, the second in command, General Secretary K.C. Venugopal. He was my classmate. We studied together like this. And he is an MSc in mathematics. I am also an MSc in mathematics. All of us got very good marks, very good positions. Just combined study. And Kerala is a very famous place. Every day strike. Strike is there, we go to somebody's house. We will, it's like an elephant going in a, the banana plant garden. The whole house, including pickle, will be finished. We will eat thoroughly there, but study chapter wise. So, biryani. You have a tie-up. Okay. Now, if mother says, very easy to study, question paper to your mother, write exam. My friends will evaluate. Make your mother also pass 10th class equivalent to you. Every day give question paper to your mother, ask, I am going to evaluate. Then from that day onwards, mother will say, you get whatever marks, I don't care, you are a very good student.
She already told me that I didn't actually, my mother tongue is Bengali and she told me that you do not understand the Telugu, so she take care of herself.
No, if you don't know, learn it in 3 days. That's your job. Learn reading and writing in Telugu. Otherwise, if I see you somewhere on the road, I will kick you. No excuse. You cannot say I don't know. If you don't know,
She told me that
you should learn. See, my son studied in Hyderabad only. Never educated in Kerala. Both knows how to read poetry, how to read novel. My son took PhD about studying about Kerala. The whole library he used. Read all the newspapers. Read. It's a rare chance. You don't know when you will be back in Hyderabad. You may get transferred to some other place. My roommate was Bengali, so I learned Bangla. That helps me, where. I go to Calcutta for a program, somebody comes for picking up, I speak Bangla to him, the way in which he takes care of me is entirely different. Correct or not? I go to Karnataka, I speak Kannada. I think teachers will feel so happy, My person, that feeling will come. Yeah. And sometimes you can see that I was in an English conference, 3 guests of the one UK invitee, one American invitee and me. When he was introduced to the podium, anchoring person said, Professor Robert can speak Hindi. That was the introduction. When it came to me, my biodata, I said, DrTPS can speak English can be my introduction. If a foreigner thinks speaking Hindi is great, don't you see that speaking English is great for us? Understood? If your children can speak some fathers, not your father, not your mother,
Some fathers English. Won't you speak your sister's Telugu? Understood? Learn every, and once you know Sanskritam, understood? No Sanskritam with actions, practical. All of you have learned Karagre. Don't do like this. Lakshmi is this. Money. Everybody knows. Karagre vasati Lakshmi. Chant like this. Karagre vasati Lakshmi. Karamathe Saraswati. Karamule sthita Gauri. Gauri is Shakti. That time you should show I have Shakti, right? Prabhati Karadrashana. What does it mean? My money is in my hand, not in my mother's pocket. Interpretation is different. I am a scientist, so I interpret different. Karagre vasate Lakshmi means what? My money is in my fingertip, and money will come only her husband is with me. Lakshmi will come only Vishnu is there. Vishnu is action, work. When I do work, I will get money. That's what it means. Kara Madhye Saraswati. Saraswati will come only when I have quest for knowledge. If I don't ask question, knowledge will not come. And Saraswati is in my hand, not in teachers, not in the school. It's in my hand. Karamuli Sthita Gauri. My Shakti is in my hand. So you decide what you want to eat. Understood? Eat every junk, but also eat good things once in a while. Okay? Give children lot of water. The more water they drink, their neurons will work much better. Good enough? You don't get me anymore. Finished. This is my last session. If you want, you should ask.
Sir, what is
No, sir.
No, sir, actually. DrTPS.
Look at my face.
What if the child is not focusing or concentrating?
Wonderful. Their brain is working. Understood? The brain is working. Suppose I am an astrologer. Suppose you have made up Rashi. You have Lagnam, and that too you have Mandi there. Definitely they have no concentration. Your production is not good. So don't scold them first of all. You should have produced with the full concentration. What to do? They are like that. Suppose production is not good, maintenance has to be good. The food depends on, that is why Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. Kattomra Lavanatyushna. Whoever has got rajasic quality, definitely you will have less concentration. They cannot sit. Today I was seeing some TV program. The ministry is on the podium and speaking. The first bench there is a kid. He was a guest in one of the schools. What is this? You are being telecasted in the TV, school. You know why they are doing? You don't make them to sit, keep quiet. I love some religious people because they teach their children discipline. They make them to sit. Ours is a shabby practice. You must make them to sit perfect. Silence. No, it's actually we are mockerizing by overdoing things. No child can do meditation, but they can sit silence. It is a meditation. You give me 300 children, LKG. If this school is ready, LKG, nursery, UKG, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. If you have 300 children, I will make them silent for 6 hours. Not even their legs will start shaking like this. It's not punishment. No harsh words. I will not tell them, keep quiet. You know, most of the words LKG teacher says, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. And what are they doing? Shouting. When you see somebody shouting, will you keep quiet or shout back? There are simple techniques, Amma. Our system has to change. If you don't know how to make your children, from that day onwards it became a chronic disease now. Understood? They will concentrate when this biryani is in front, ask them to prepare question. Which grade is your child? 8th grade. Do you know at least 6 good children around your child? She is thinking, there is something better than my child. Don't say better. Worse than your child, you take it. Girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't matter. Let them mix together. Make biryani. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will also come to your house. No chicken. No dead bodies for me. I don't eat dead bodies. Shabab. Shabab is dead body. Understood? It's full of blood. Understood what I'm saying? When an animal is killed, definitely if somebody try to kill me, my blood will boil. My biochemistry will change. I will become furious. I will become angry person. My mood will be to hit and kill him. Every animal has this feeling. And that is coming in the blood. When you are eating a piece of meat, it has got blood inside. So you are feeding your child that chemistry. Do you think that fellow will become silent? I am DrTPS who ate all the dead bodies, including snake, cat, dog. Because when I went to Hong Kong, we got a mixed meat sandwich. I ate that because I am a non-vegetarian. I am from a Kshatriya family, not a Brahmin. Later I became a Brahmin because of my affiliation to a Vedic Pandit. He took me as his son because of my virtue. But I was a Kshatriya. My father used to go for hunting. I am from a Western Ghats side. So every day we used to have. Understood? But later I realized, when I went and saw that mixed meat sandwich, where the meat is made, I went to see the factory. Every dead body goes in and comes out as nice halwa. That is what is put in bread. And no other option. Next day when the bread came with the sandwich, you have to eat something, huh? I am a student, no money also I have. I took the other side and then thrown the main part. Ate only the outer brown skin part and survived 3 breakfasts. I didn't have money. Even without money, with that I survived. I decided I am not going to eat this dead body again in my life. If at all I am little sattvic, I could learn little and my memory is good because of what I did properly little part of my life. She is thinking what to do. My son will not have breakfast without a dead body. Oh, by birth itself he came with a chicken piece in the mouth or what? It's you who made them like that. Somebody has to change, right?
I'm just imagining the way you are telling.
I will tell you much worse. There are a lot of YouTube videos. When you look at it, the way animals are being tortured to kill. Hyderabad, you get the chicken. You know what do? As it is, they will put in hot water. So removing the skin becomes so easy. Just pull it like this, and that's what they give you. Therefore, what happens? At least when you kill, little blood will lose out. No blood will lose out, everything is inside. Shabbat. You know when Shiva, what is Shiva? You know Shiva, right? The Valli is not there to become Shava. The Valli is the life. The life is not the Shiva becomes Shava. And Shava is dead body, right? Dead body has no chicken mutton difference. Dead body is dead body. Even human being. So if at all somebody is eating, I told you I will tell you some harsher. Even, which is the best animal in the world? Human being, right? So if at all you want to eat the best dead body, should I fill it up or you will fill it up? Yeah, fill it up yourself. I went to a place where they eat caribous, Fiji. I went for a Ramayana conference as part of Government of India for a speech. Fiji. They eat their kids and animals almost same way, caribous, and they are very huge. Very huge. 3 times bigger than us, even now. But you cannot see them on the ground, they are put in the museums. As receiving people from the museum to see, sample people are being paid so much. No, at least you have spoiled yourself, but don't spoil your next generation. We are not even equipped, our biochemistry is not good enough even to digest milk. If you are sick, stop milk for at least 2-3 days. Tell me, I am from an Ayurvedic family, I treat people for the diseases. When children come, I diagnose the whole thing. Somebody says, I have no concentration. Yeah, I will put my hand like this and check with a black cloth. Yeah, dandruff. First treat for dandruff, then come back. That also is good. I'll tell you how to take bath so that your body becomes clean. 5-fold development. Sharira, concentration, no. One can be Sharira problem, body problem. Second, it can be Manas. Sharira, Manas, then intellect. They are not able to understand, use different things. Okay. Third one, intellect. Fourth one, social skill. Make them in a good company, they will learn. Fifth one, spiritual. That is called a 5-fold development. So even in 10th class, if I teach maths, I will not teach maths. I will equip them to learn maths. That's it. Understood? Very simple.
Can you please repeat the same?
DrTPS 5-fold development. There will be many lectures. Otherwise, ask a priest in front of your temple. Somewhere some temple, some priest will be there. Ask him to chant Saptashuddhi. Pranamana Dhyana Samana Veshuddhinda Jyotirhamya Vipadma Bhuyasanga Swaha Vak Mana Chakshu Srotra Kana Chichu Aredo Buddhya Sankalpa Veshuddhinda Sharira, Mana and Buddhi and Samuha and spiritual. All that he will repeat. Panchaya Kosha Veshuddhinda Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manamaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Kosha Veshuddhinda. This is what I told just now. Pranamaya, Manomaya, understood? Sharira, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, intelligence. Understood? Anandamaya, Anandam is Samuha. Do you think I can be happy when there is nobody else? Eh? I have to have friends with me, right? Want to read my poetry. I written beautiful poetry. I want someone to share my grief and happiness. I cannot stand on Charminar Road and then say, I got an award. I need someone who knows me. Understood? Being social is social being. Being human is human being. Both characters there, they will become happy. Understood? If nothing but cellular horoscope. Anyway, we cannot reproduce. Production is over. Now we can maintain well, correct? Good enough? More creative. Being a good creative company. It's like a magnet and an iron powder. How an iron become magnet? Rub it. There is so many times you rub it, iron powder also become magnet. Got it? Lot of questions. Very simple. Lot of experiments are there. When I go for science class and all, I get lot of balloons, so many things around. You show them this can be done, that can be done. How do you become creative is presence of mind. Creativity is presence of mind. Not all the questions did I got to this answer by writing the question, reading the answer. I am creating answers. Everyone is creative by birth. Every student is creative by birth. There is a great experiment done for creativity. 50 young students, they may be up to 7th grade age. They are not studying. They are in the forest, in the deep forest in Africa. Packed laptops. You heard this? Packed laptops. 50 of them were given them. Each child can take one laptop. They didn't know what is it. They have never seen. They opened and after some time they started using all the apps available. It was fully charged and given. 6 hours they learned many of the applications. You give this phone to your child. Understood? Very simple. You look at DrTPS, PAK, Pakistan. I love Pakistan students much better than Indian students. Pakistan people much better than your teachers. They interviewed me. If you look at my Facebook, I have got 6 accounts. There are more Pakistan youth requests than Indian people. They want to interview DrTPS, a space scientist from India. One day somebody interviewed, asked, what are you doing? I'm a tailor. I thought he may be a great tailoring shop. Asked, how much is your area in the shop? He says 10 by 10. How much money you want? Very little. But he wanted to know many things about my life. When I ask you, you don't even have questions. Can you imagine somebody who will never see me in his life? Who is never. I called somebody the other day, one of the PhD from a library science, working in a great university, called me. Her problems they were telling. I said, I cannot solve your problems because your problems are not your problem. Get out of that country and go to UK. I'll get a job for you. Then only you can improve. The harassment which she is undergoing. You know how pathetic is that? But they still feel talk to DrTPS. I am not a very famous person. I am only connected with some people. I am here not because DrTPS is famous. He never knows me. Only we were there by mistake in some temple for last 2 years. And after 2 years of assignment, homework, thinking whether this fellow is good enough, asking so many permissions, I am being called here. Can you imagine? Just on a hearsay. I will give my Facebook account, show you. So many requests from Pakistan. I reject every day, again they will come back. Zeal for learning, because life is pathetic. You know why they are asking. They have problems in life. Why you don't have problems? You don't have questions, no problems, no questions. When you have problems, no questions will come. Every child has problems. That is why I ask a lot of questions. If the child is not creative, your young child, when they can move on their knee, they will grab this and ask you. When they can ask question, what is this? Then they grab next item and ask you, what is this? Don't they ask? Eh? And what did you say? Keep quiet. Don't ask me anything. TV, cartoon. Who stopped them? Luckily, I was not like that. Every day I learned my class. My mother was literate again, 3rd grade dropout also. I don't think those days must not have ever attended. But when she was sweeping the garden, I studied in Malayalam. You remember the first few lessons in the class? I still remember. Taraparapara is first grade, but when you learn big chapters, Adam to the by heart for me. The whole by heart that I will tell. Therefore, what happened? When I was doing my graduation also, Macbeth was by heart for me. And imagine I am by hearting Macbeth and sitting, and English teacher is coming and teaching Macbeth. He will take book and read, I am by hearting. Then you read, I know this. Understood? Make your child to learn by heart. The heart will be full of knowledge. Slokas. Every sloka they should do. Whole 700 slokas. All 198 countries and capitals. You give me 10 children, social science, all the countries and capitals, half an hour I will finish. Exercise, activity. I will not teach, ask them to write out, go home and read, go for tuition, will not happen. Finish in the class. Give a lot of homework. Children should go home with the 200% busy, so they don't get time for tuitions. I only appeal to you, otherwise it's my shapa to your children. If I am coming for 10th class, if somebody is going for tuition, I will not make them to sit in my class. That's my first contract. Understood? No tuitions. You will spoil your children.
There is a request, there is suggestion of the request to the management, not his
So I feel, today morning I attended for the third class. My son, younger son is in third class. Now I am attending this session for the 9th standard eldership. Today my day actually, I am feeling very fulfilled my day by listening the great personalities from the day session and the evening session, afternoon session. And I would suggest to educate, at least leave about the children education. We need to have a parents education first of all to understand the children for the better future. So I would request for the management to have these kind of sessions going forward. It is not a first, what we can say, for the introduction or the orientation for the one time. At least frequent session, at least
Okay,
what we
fine.
are offering.
Thank you, sir.
That's
In
the
fact,
message.
you have
Wednesday come to Malkajgiri. I have a session from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Once you send a message, I will send all my programs, where is it happening, some flyer you can attend.
So we can reach you directly, sir.
Yeah,
Why not?
Why not?
My number is
You can take down. No, take down the
950. Google it.
You can
If
take
you
the
don't
number.
reach, it's a mistake.
I found it, sir, already.
Yeah. So. So far you have been in rapt attention listening to him. He is like that. He is in a mission. I always say that Jnana Yajna. We have one Chinmayananda Swami who used to, spread Bhagavad Gita throughout the world. Okay, Jnana Yajna. So he is doing that. And the material pleasures diminishes knowledge only multiplies. So he is into that, disseminating knowledge. So sometimes he might sound very rude. It's quite natural because whatever he says he means to. When he asks the children, even when I interacted with the children, I told, okay, after the session is over, I told, okay, what all you have that learning outcome or what all the takeaways, you just take a copy and send it to people. So that it's a continuous process. We are giving it a wonderful opportunity, but hardly anyone responded to that. See, knowledge does not come free. Okay, it does not come for free. So there is a purpose what he has attained this position or this knowledge. It's not strictly attained through tapas. It's a swadhyayam and tapas. So similarly, we want our children also to have this. That's what somebody asked Henry David Thoreau. Okay, if you want to strike a tree, fell a tree, what you would do? He said that, I will not strike first, I will try to sharpen my axe. It may take, whatever, if I am given 45 minutes, I will take it to sharpen the axe. Then 15 minutes I can chop the tree. So similarly, what is most pertinent is to make our children groom to that, so they say that in a mode, in a learning mode, it's not so easy. Interest is the soil where knowledge grows, interest. And similarly, the intensity of the desire determines the speed of success also. His success is not so easy. His intensity, his passion, 24/7, whenever I interact with him or whenever Balagopal, any program we make, he is always busy. And I also try whenever I am free to join whether the music session or any other session. The thing is that we, teachers, students and parents, three of us are involved in a yajna. It's a constant process. It's not a one-day job. After listening, now you have listened to many of you with your rapt attention. I know that after going home, you don't have time or you don't even bother about even to respond like that. Okay, maybe a couple of people may do it. I don't find fault. But what I want is, when we enter the souls, and this is not the first or last, he will be with us. And we call Anna Shashieta, is also a Nalli. And he is always there to support. Even a small kid, I feel very bad that a couple of students. It's my mistake as an English teacher. She joined couple of students last day they joined. When I said that, please respond. What are your doubts or what? She just asked. I have some doubts and answers. Clear it. He's not a tuition teacher to ask. So probably I might have failed to explain because we expect certain standards from grade 1, 2, 3, 4. When they come to 9. We know that, okay. So previous knowledge, we don't have much time to again go to Fundas. That's the reason we had April month such sessions and all. Anyhow, it's our collective responsibility to see that where our child stands. And it is our responsibility to connect them to such resources. What all resources we have to get them connected. And teachers, of course, it is our responsibility. Teachers never feel if someone says that because this is the noblest profession, and we all the teachers take the responsibility of transforming our children also. If a child is as good as a teacher, they say. A child is as good as a teacher. If child is not responsive or not responsible, teacher also to be blamed. So this is only a beginning, and we continue this yajna, and not alone 10th class, 9th also. I will request Anna to come and take, and we will have so many such sessions, and even to the parents. So let us all admit that we also have some responsibilities as parents. We cannot be very naive, or we cannot be in a comfortable zone saying that a management or school should take up the responsibility. And when some certain issues comes, like with respect to using gadgets or going with friends and all, you tell us that you take us down as that we should, as he said, he's a strict disciplinarian. So when it comes to your ward also, you also should be certain time all paid is paid. You have to make them understand the importance of time, and importance of people. Aho Dujana Sargat Manahan Pade Pade Pavako Loka Sangena Udgarei Apipanyate. Say similar Duryodhana Sangena Bhishma Bhoga being the company of Duryodhana, Bhishma also playing the fourth steering without this. So the peer, the company they involve in is also very important. Company they avoid also very important. So always try to be in a group. That's a collaborative learning. We are encouraging making the children sit together and try to connect with someone who is smart enough, so that this dissemination, this practice, this collaborative learning should happen. For that matter, we want your support also. When you find that certain things are not correct, you should have the audacity to tell that this is not correct. When it comes to our culture, when it is to be done, okay, go to Bitcoin and then but these are not simple things, but it means we have to make them very assertive that it should be done. Why we are scared to tell them? Chalta nature, or okay, it's alright, that will not work out. So discipline, as he said, he has gone up to that level. From rituals he goes, he reached another level. He said, ranked at Himalayan masters level. He does not bother about his rituals, countries and all. Knowledge, that's all. So if we want to raise our children, we have to raise ourselves, our children. So that ambience we want from you also. It's a collective responsibility. African school, they say that the development of the child depends upon the three legs. That is one, parents, teachers, students developing on the top 10, again management or collective society. Society also, they eventually influence upon. So our request as part of our teachers, my request on behalf of management is that we will serve, we will dedicate ourselves to the best of our efforts to groom them. But you also have to extend your complete support whenever such sessions is conducted. You can also ask what was the learning outcome? What did DrTPS score? Or what is that you have learned today? So have a 10 minutes or half an hour discussion along with your own work. Sometimes that also makes a huge difference. And never let them isolated. Morning sessions he was saying, okay, we are all social beings. Never get them isolated. Let them be here, let them learn, let them be with you. So this transparency is also very important. Their problems we will discuss. We have a special educator also, or you can call up Sashana, giving our text. So that way we have people and we will utilize their services, and we shall see that they are going on the right track. For that we need your support. So I hope you all would extend your support, especially grade 10. We will start with this session class also in math, science and social to begin with. So will you all support us? Yes. Thank you. So we, the teachers also see they had whatever he said, they didn't respond it. That's a serious grievance, whosoever it is.
Even after repeated announcement from him, even after repeated announcement from him, it did not happen.
Because we are in this profession, noble profession, when something is given, we have understood. That is the only reason. Otherwise, we won't be here. Teachers, parents, and students. We are the stakeholders of this Vijnana Yajna. So that benefit also we will get it, but it's our collective responsibility. And I am sure that teachers will understand that. And together we will make this Yajna successful. With that note, I ended with a profound gratitude to all the parents who are patiently listening and getting some insight so that together we can work upon improving our.
How many of you sent your children for tuition? Raise your hands.
Please raise hands.
Sincere.
Tuitions. Only one.
Stop it at least today.
One. Two here.
Pay that money to your children. Let them have chocolates.
Okay. Okay. So I did not say thanks to Sachin because he does not believe in formalities and all, and he will be with us for improving our
No
children.
bouquet, no gift,
no gift,
no nada.
Okay. So this is
Your message is the greatest gift. Your response is the greatest gift.
Okay, so thank you so much. You can interact with him after this, after the Shanti Mandra. So, all of you, please stay. No need to stand. Sit there. Very good. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
I know you are coming for that. I don't want many to come. 950-20-388-75. If you miss it, don't worry. Somewhere in life, Dr. DR, that's my PhD, TPS, Teachers, Parents, Students. On Google you will get, as long as Google is alive. And write a name also, not just number. Because I get many calls. Plug is not working, why are you not coming? Because he must have stored number but not name. So he thinks this is purpose number, right? Don't do that mistake. Thank you. But some students just now said to somebody, see, if it doesn't come in 1 week, see, one of the trend in school is you always give answer. I will remember it. I decide whoever comes first. As soon as I got my 10 numbers, I close my classes. First one, first one.
Can you please arrange short sessions for 7th class students?
Yeah, definitely. 7th was there. 7th was there. 7th was there. 7th was there. Last week. Last week 7th was.
It's very interesting, sir. Sir, really we enjoyed actually.
If you tell it's not interesting, I'll stop this job. Because this is only what I do. I am enjoying. Whether you suffer, I have no problem.
No, we enjoyed actually.
See, all these black chairs, all the plastic chairs, you only have to tell your people. It shows discipline. How many people, when they come also, they will feel, oh, it's a discipline. It changes them.
I have a question related to my education. So the thing is when he comes back to home, he starts like he did something out of the world. Like nobody did that kind of thing. So when he keep on, I got cheaper, so I can't respond in an amazing way. So that is the problem.
Ask him to write one paragraph about whatever he thinks and send it to you.
Okay.
See, the best method, you see a video. If you cannot write one paragraph, your attention is not there.
No, like,
So many people attend this class. If you don't write, your attention will go. So every child will have a lot of ideas. I also had. I had many ideas. At my village there was no air condition. I made air condition in my house.
so this thing he starts saying this many classes, that many questions, this much time, this, and all that he says
Ask
too
them
much
to
of
write paragraphs. Paragraphs. Write. Tell him. See, I had one of the teacher was my student. Masters is over. She was teaching in one of the international schools. school here and I called her from Cochin. Just came here to have time with me. She was a great reader. So many books she read. I said, right. Now she has more than 25 lakhs worth of book in his house.
My God.
Every publisher will send her for review. I have got students here who are my BTech students. They go and eat in a hotel, they will write a review and post it on to social media. I went and ate with them in 5-star hotels here free of cost. They all know this person writes. Right? Then they will say, this is the person who taught me how to write reviews. A special seat for us, beautiful lunch, no payment.
Indian what comes from
You make them to record and ask them to record and write it and put it in a blog. See, when I go, if I go to last 2 months back, I was there in Everest. I wrote a beautiful poetry. I made a beautiful video. Look at DrTPS Everest. You will see at least nearly 3 hours video. Don't just see. Write a comment there.
I'll watch.
No watching. Watching is like a watchman.
No, I'll comment it.
Comment. Understood? No. Don't watch cinema. Don't see cinema. Learn cinema.
And implement. Try to implement.
Swati
at least.
Kiranam. Have you seen Swati Kiranam?
Yeah.
Mammootty's movie. Yesterday I asked my brother, have you seen that? No, it's not in Malayalam. He said Telugu. See that movie. I don't understand. See 4 times, then you will understand. I am telling to my brother who was my social science teacher when I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
Much elder than me. He is 70. I tell you, you must see that movie. That's it. Your daughter 10th class.
Pujita, yes.
But she didn't write.
I don't know.
See, I will tell you, if that communication is not taught, understood? The way in write, I will show you, they have just sent a notebook. I said, write 1 sentence about it. They don't know how to write. I will come back later. Finished, then no coming. That means they don't know how to write 1 line by themselves. No, they can only take a picture from the note. Note they would have prepared. Why to send a picture they take 1 week? Ask him how many books I gifted to him for giving prizes. Not even a single student after reading the book, I got a book from you as a gift. It doesn't come free. Somebody paid it, right? Understood? See, tell me, did you not ask me extra copy? I gifted a lot of books for this school. No single penny. I just gifted. And that gift goes to students. That time itself I decided, I know how to watch. These children are not good. If you don't know how to give that message to them, he is a very good communicator, right? But I am a much better than him. The time I start, I send a message, I am starting. Understood? Not before starting. Once I cross my gate, I will stop my car, then I will say. Because if I say I am starting, I would have done it, then only I will say. I am that strict in my life. I send it. Anybody sends a message, now it is switched off. Because I am recording audio. As soon as I on, there will be at least 30-40.
It's switched off.
It takes time. It's a great effort, and all these video I have to edit. It takes much bigger time, larger time. I spend time for it. So I value this.
So when you are taking 10th class students,
I don't know whether I will. Depends. Not 10th class students have sent a response to me, and it cannot be picture. They should appreciate. Paragraph wise, they should write. At least that English they know. Otherwise, I will have to have first English class. How to communicate should be. Yeah. If at all I come. That will definitely come. I will only ask them to see. I give assignments to my children to ask, write 100 questions and then come to me.
I also some basic questions when I'm doing here, like if the fan is in the wrong way, what will happen? The student with 80%, 85% said the A will go up. So I said, I think it's not theoretical knowledge is needed. So that was the
See, what generally I do if I am teaching chemistry, the first thing, I'll ask them, look around and see chemistry in your class. If they cannot find chemistry in the class is good. That's why I said objective and scope. That's how I define it.
Also on the career
Yeah.
I don't know if
I am a psychotherapist. See, I don't believe keeping psychotherapist or counseling person in the school where they don't know any subject. Basically, any subject. Suppose there is some student maths in 10th class who goes to the psychologist who says that I don't understand maths. You know, first response what she will say, I was also very bad. That's why I read psychology. Correct or not? Okay, see this person. Understood. Second one, some teachers don't know how to teach. Probably your maths teacher is not good. Finished. Both are dangerous. So I have, see, government rule says that you should need a psychologist. But most of the schools where I work, I tell them, don't involve this person to any of my students. My contract number one, if I am coming for that, I have a lot of conditions. Star mark on the bottom, I will put. Psychiatrist should not talk to the children. They will spoil.
so psychiatrist should not be there. But anybody who has a better understanding of the
I am a psychotherapist. I am an MSc psychotherapy. You can't see a better psychologist in India.
system, that's all.
I don't believe in what people say. That's why I use astrology. Do my own experiments on that. To check whether this person is believable or not first. Multiple.
Share the written paragraphs by WhatsApp.
No, I'll show you some somebody has written beautiful handwriting is also there. Just now what came beautiful handwriting.
No, sir, he'll be panic and he'll sleep, he'll wake up, he'll
See, it's
waste
beautiful. Handwriting
Finally
is good.
finishes the homework.
Okay, all no, I store all your questions by it's easy for me. What I do is I have a coding system. So Sri, all the students. So one by one you can put it. So some of them are too bad. I wish they know how to write balance of words. This also
Nice to meet you. Thank you, sir. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll share with
The TPS, no sir, DrTPS. Slowly. Are you coming? Yeah.
ask you to read one page, one textbook, write a brief and complete. That's it, finished. Then you are not dependent. No, mothers are supposed to see. My wife used to make question paper and give notes. No problem. Make some groups. If you are not able to make groups, mother is the best.
No problem.
Nothing. You have no other job. Yeah, that's wrong. Look at your mother. Look at your mother. Call her HM.
No, actually,
HM
we
is
have someone who is
double HM. Today I put a reel. I was asking some girl who came to me for asking a question. What is your mother doing? No work. I said, tell them you are a double HM. HM is headmaster. I said, double HM is called. I put a reel today in my video. So your mother is a double HM. Happy home. If house is not happy, she is responsible.
The way they conduct exam, 1 week before they start preparing.
Happy homemaker. Okay.
And information you want. You will get. No, you will get that.
Let them play
This year, the student diary is coming.
as much as they want. But let them study as much as they want.
Yeah, you understand. Annual plan will be there. What is going to
That is because you are purpose.
Yeah.
You are not busy, so you are making them.
She is
not dependent.
She is going only for the information. Prior in that day. So you will get it.
So you get a job. You will get a job here. Hey,
No, student diary is
you want a teacher? Get her. Appoint her free of cost.
I had applied last year, sir. But for computers I had applied, but you were asking for office staff, right? At that time. So I got rejected for that reason.
What? For what reason? I will teach that for 1 week.
Yeah.
I'll make you equip in all computers.
No, sir, actually I'm an MCA. But I had applied
Degree
for...
doesn't matter.
I had applied for this when I came to the interview, they were asking me questions about office staff, whether you're able to handle the office things.
Everything you must be able to handle.
I
You must tell I can handle you also. Give me a job and handle you properly.
No, sir, actually, at that time, I had only with the intention I had come with as a
No, you should.
but,
You have a job.
Yeah, very good. So you have a session with her, you make
yes,
the...
yeah.
Otherwise, come and attend all my sessions.
I take a number.
Yeah, take it. It's already...
You will become a teacher of all subjects.
Yeah, so numbers.
DrTPS search. Find out.
Doctor, you just...
95020
5020
388 75. You must get a job, otherwise he will, you will screw him.
Because of that reason,
Get her a job. Okay. Hold somebody's leg and say, please give a job to my mother. She's troubling me a lot. Okay.
Acharya, come on, sir. One question I have. What made you become
I was a bad student. So I decided I will pick up 9th class students and make them the best. So what my first project was ICON, ICON, you can see on YouTube. I picked up the worst children from the worst school in Kerala. Okay, 37 of them post-graduate. 2 of them did PhD.
I'm also a worst student. My mother used to
I
always say
wanted
that
to
I will
prove.
pass my 10th class.
I wanted to prove that I can make the worst children also best international equivalent. They were from Malayalam medium. 1 week I taught them how to speak in English. But quite expensive.
But how you can able to do that?
I took them to Goa beach.
Okay.
45 girls, 45 boys. Asked them to interview all the people with algebra and geometry on it. Which language they will interview?
Yeah. So people will speak all languages without any.
They had energy and courage to speak in English. Then they will learn. Attitude came. Okay.
So like you said, communication important, right?
And what I did was I gave a lot of English movies. I will play that for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes I will call. You, last scene on the stage. You have to act. So if they want to act and they want to speak, every cinema dialogue they will write it. Have you seen anybody in the theatre writing all the dialogues? My children were like that.
When I was schooling, I was telling you, I remember one of my childhood friends, his name is Devan, he's from Kerala. But I'm unable to find him in Facebook also. I don't know why, because I was in meeting. So he was one of the good students. I used to get first rank, but only on the first quarterly exam. I was in ICSE syllabus in grammar school, St. George's Grammar School. But later again, all the subjects, complete academically, he used to fail. Again in annual, he used to get first rank. And at the time, the culture was like that. So what I mean is reading textbook is most important, not the answers copying from the board. And we used to write own answers.
Own notes.
Own answers. But these guys used to write own answers and teachers used to fail it because he's writing his own answer. That doesn't matter, yeah. But ultimately, at the end of the year, he was on top. Same thing, my side also, maybe I was not a top student in my academy and I used to fail every time, but annual exam I used to pass. And that's how it happened. So I really connected with you. Even for my son also, I always tell him.
Which class is?
He's in 6th class. And he's very good.
60s.
So the one day, whatever you are going to plan for 9th and 10th, please start from 6th.
Yeah, no.
So
6th, we will have it.
Yeah.
I'm expecting my son is in 7th class.
7th already done, sir. 7th to 10th we have done.
If your parents are ready, we can do
Yeah,
destination IAS course.
Definitely.
So the general knowledge, that will be a special one, not as part of that. We'll give a lot of assignments to read newspaper, learn language, all that skill can be part of it. English, maths, physics, chemistry, biology.
How many are interested?
Generally 7th onwards is what I do. You can look at my destination IAS programs. Huge number in Kerala, old places. Many of them are very bad. they keep some parents can become volunteers. We can pay them also from out of this collection. You don't have to pay. You find that somebody is really useful, really good. Maybe your teacher, somebody will become. Not all the teachers can. That needs an extra. So we can have a special program in which holidays they can come and then they will come.
Holidays itself we are going to
suggest. If ready, parents are ready.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Huh? So, definitely.
just while reading, studying, reading. My son will read and I'll ask any doubts. He'll do something and later after 5 to 10 minutes he'll start watching some other short or anything.
Wonderful.
How to get rid of that?
Nobody should read more than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
After 15 minutes, you have 2 children? Only one. So with whom will you play?
He has friends in apartment.
No, but after 15 minutes, you cannot go to apartment and come back, right? After every 15 minutes, they should play. They should have a diversion.
Even he has bad handwriting.
All that will go.
So how to use the back?
Handwriting is very simple.
So, yeah.
I keep, if you come to Malkajgiri, I have got a house, which I have got a huge library. Center of that, I kept my brother's notebook. It's like a print. G, he will write like this one. A, he will write like this one. I am still keeping it because he taught me the important thing.
My son is very bad handwriting.
If I look at, that's what I'm saying. If I look at some of them, there are very few very good. Some of them are too bad. Uppercase, lowercase, no difference. Sentence doesn't start with uppercase. Paragraph separation is not there. I cannot blame English teachers. It has been a problem from the grade 1 onwards. All that can be changed in a week's time. That's my guarantee. Very simple. If teachers are not looking at it, you are doing a big grave mistakes. We had a great president whose handwriting was rubbish, full of spelling mistakes, sentences unfinished. Politics probably sometimes can take you out. But I feel pity on such people. He is a great author. Many people quote him. I know him. When I go as a guest in some school, previously he must have gone writing sentence. I feel pity my president is written like this, with full of mistakes. People will feel pity on you, right? They are not mockerizing you because you are in a position. Understood? You yourself feel I have not studied perfectly well in my life. If at all little senses, then you understand. So you have to correct. It matters. You don't know tomorrow he may become an ambassador. He goes to a guest and then writes something. Handwriting is not good. I am not saying you have to know perfectly every time you don't write. Sometimes you should also know how to write. I taught your teachers so many such things. Not even a single sentence. Not even a single appreciation. I feel pity. I thought I will not come. When he called me, I said, I am not going to come. After that only I called him. I said, I am not going to come. I am not happy with this. I am not going to come because teachers did not respond, students did not respond. Then I started getting lot of, some teacher would have told me 9th class or 9th class students started. It should not be like that, no. Sincerely from my heart I am saying, I can read in between lines, not sincere heart. Because no single student said, I want your class again. If somebody is sincere, they will write it. Understood? Is it not a little common sense that is not sincere? And I know it is not sincere, somebody directed. No! Lie! Why do you lie? I am not paying you. You are not paying me.
So how to approach
Effort. I will tell you, take a book, write down 4-liner, copy in book, LKG, UKG, LKG, UKG, you know, LKG, UKG handwriting, copy. I wrote it when I was after my graduation. First year graduation only I met my brother originally in his house. Otherwise, he was staying in the city, I am in a village. Only he visits. When I went there, I saw his handwriting. I asked him how do you do. He
LKG handwriting from bottom to top.
Actually,
Do it.
good technique, sir.
Today do it. It's not, there is no point. Your handwriting is not good, you also do it.
Yes, that's right.
Then you will realize. See, you tell I can write, my son can write. At this age I can write, you can also write. My both kids became good newspaper readers because every day I read. If I don't read newspaper, how can I ask them you read newspaper? I should also ask them. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, too late. Thank you.
This I didn't use last time. So,